I need you to go. I need you. Now, Matthew talks about how that he went up into the mountains alone to pray. John talks about how that he was afraid that the people were going to make him king, and so he secluded himself so they didn't take him by force to make him their king. They were so excited about the miracle he had done. We're going to talk about that a little more next week. But they were so excited, so he had secluded himself. Here it says that he was sending the people away, but in the process of dismissing the people, he told his disciples, I want you to get back in the boat and go to Bethsaida. Now, I read today from the New Living Translation because I like that word, insisted. Jesus gave them a direction, but I want you to understand this. He did not say, I wish you'd get in the boat and go to the other side. Would you please go to the other side? No, he said, listen, go to the other side. Pastor Brian, come here. Pastor Brian, stay right there on the floor. Pastor Brian is a wonderful youth pastor. Pastor Brian is an incredible staff member. Pastor Brian and me have been together for a number of years. And Pastor Brian understands my thinking. And there have been times that I tell Pastor Brian to do something, and give the Pastor Brian look. He gets that. That means I'm doing it, but I don't want to. He gets that with me some. He gets that with Anna a lot. But whatever I've asked Pastor Brian to do, he does. Why? Because he understands. Now, there are times he gives me the Pastor Brian look. But I want you to understand, when I insist that he does something, and I have done that before, I have insisted. He looks at me, and I go, now. And he does it. Pastor, are you that cruel? You can go sit down. Anna's lucky. I was doing MIP with them in a coffee shop. And we were talking about some stuff, and it got heated. And in the middle of the coffee shop, at the end of the conversation, I said, okay, stand up. They looked, I said, both of you stand up right now. I said, now hug it out. They looked at me like, we're barely talking, much less hugging. I said, hug it out. I insisted. Did I insist that day? Would y'all pay attention? I'm preaching about you. Did I insist that day? Dear Lord, give them a table and they don't listen to nothing. I insisted. And because I insisted and I was their leader right there in the middle of that coffee shop, they started with and I said, oh, no, hug. And they hugged out. Why did they do that? Because I insisted. It wasn't something they wanted to do. It was something, as their leader, I insisted. When the disciples had seen what God had done, they were just as amazed as everybody else. And Jesus wants you to get in the boat and go to Bethsaida. I will take care of the crowd. You don't need... But Rabbi, we'll get this. Messiah, we'll take care. We'll do this. Man, that is the mantra of this church. Pastor, we got it. We'll take care of that. You don't need to worry about it. But sometimes the leader has to say, you go ahead and I will catch up with you. I will meet you later. Jesus understood that there was something more important. It wasn't about dismissing the crowd. It was about getting to a place that he could seek the Father. Getting to a place that he could pray. And after he dismissed the crowd, he went up onto the mountain and he was alone. Oh, I know alone sounds like a weird thing to talk about